He had it all: the fame, the money, the fans chanting his name every Sunday. But in just 3 years, it was all gone. This is the story of Josh Gordon, the NFL star who rose faster than almost anyone and fell harder than most of us can imagine. And the most shocking part, it didn't happen because of injuries, or age, or even talent. It happened because Josh Gordon couldn't outrun what was chasing him off the field. Let's go back to the beginning. Josh wasn't a 5-star recruit. He didn't grow up with cameras in his face or reporters at his high school games. He was quiet, low profile, just a kid from Houston, Texas, with big hands and even bigger dreams. Fast, tall, explosive, the kind of athlete you only see once every few years. He walked on at Baylor University, and even then, coaches knew he was special. But by 2010, things were already starting to crack. He was suspended, then reinstated, but it wouldn't be the last time drugs derailed his momentum. Josh and his teammate were found passed out in a Taco Bell drive-thru. Police discovered marijuana in the car. In 2011, he failed another drug test and was suspended indefinitely. That was it for his college career. But the NFL still came calling. Josh entered the 2012 supplemental draft, and the Cleveland Browns took a chance. Using a second-round pick on a player with off-field baggage and only one full college season, they knew the risk, but the reward, it looked like a steal. In just his second year, Josh Gordon exploded: 1,646 receiving yards, 87 catches, 9 touchdowns, and that's with 2 games missed. He led the entire league in receiving yards at just 22 years old. Let that sink in. This wasn't some breakout fluke. This was a star, a top 5 receiver who hadn't even hit his prime. But while fans watched the highlights, something darker was happening behind the scenes. Josh later admitted he was using drugs and alcohol before every NFL game. Sometimes Xanax, sometimes weed, sometimes both. And somehow, he was still dominating. But eventually, it caught up. In 2014, he was suspended again, a full season, then 10 games the next year, then indefinitely again. By 2016, he had missed more games than he'd played, and the narrative began to change. From NFL superstar to what could have been, but people still believed in him. That's the wild part. Josh Gordon became a symbol of potential. The rare athlete whose raw ability was so undeniable, every coach thought they could be the one to help him turn it around. The Browns held on longer than most teams would. When they finally let go, the Patriots scooped him up. For a moment, it looked like redemption. He was catching passes from Tom Brady, scoring touchdowns, making headlines again for the right reasons. But just as quickly as he came back, he was gone again. Another suspension, the cycle repeated. Seahawks, Chiefs, Titans. Even a brief stint in the XFL, every team gave him a shot. Every team hoped this time would be different. He lost to something no coach or playbook could fix. But it never was. He's been in rehab over 6 times, tried everything: counseling, treatment, support programs. And here's what makes Josh Gordon's story so tragic. He didn't lose his talent. He didn't lose his physical gifts. It doesn't care how famous you are. It doesn't care if you're lining up for the Super Bowl next week. Addiction. Josh has spoken openly about his struggles with mental health and substance abuse. But addiction doesn't care how many yards you can rack up. It waits. And every time he took a step forward, it was there, pulling him 2 steps back, even if he never caught another touchdown. We just wanted him to find peace. Fans used to get angry. Why can't he just stop? He's throwing away millions. He doesn't care. But over time, that anger faded into something else: sadness, because deep down, we all wanted to see him win, even if he never reached the Hall of Fame. Josh Gordon is now in his early 30s. That demons don't disappear when the stadium lights come on. Still built like a Pro Bowler, still fast, still strong. That might be the greatest comeback story the league has ever seen. But the league has moved on. Young receivers now fill the top 10 lists. Names like Jefferson, Chase, and Hill have taken over. And Josh, he's become a cautionary tale. But he's also a reminder that athletes are human, that talent alone isn't enough. Josh Gordon might never wear an NFL jersey again. But if he ever finds a way to beat what's been chasing him, because for a moment, just one, he was unstoppable, and that's something no suspension can erase.